Hi guys, in this episode of Ray Decay, I'm gonna be reacting to BTOB's newest comeback, The Song. Kind of a simple name, really. I would have expected something a little bit more interesting as a title, but it's fine. It doesn't really matter what the title is as long as the song is good. And this song is going to be actually the first time BTOB is gonna be a full group for a long time. If I'm not wrong, I'm pretty sure like all the rest of the members who were in the military service now have been let go and are back into the group. Sadly, we don't have Il-hun. I wish we did, because he used to be my bias in this group, and I think he was a great member. And I think the reason why he had to leave the group is bullshit, and I think Korea should quit their bullshit when it comes to drug laws, but I'm not in power in Korea, so I can't really do anything about that. But anyway, I'm pretty excited to see what a full BTOB is going to be like, because I haven't heard a full BTOB song in quite a while. Like, if you guys have been subscribed to my channel since the beginning, you would know that I have reacted to quite a lot of BTOB songs, probably like 80% of them. But I've mostly, at this point, kind of remembered only the songs that are with only like the BTOB 4U members, which is like Eunkwang, Minhyuk, Peniel, and Changsup. Especially after Kingdom, those are the four members that are kind of like recognizably BTOB to me. I don't really remember or have a much of an opinion on the other two members, so I'm hoping that I'm gonna kind of be able to make up an opinion on them now. Because like, again, I haven't seen them in a BTOB song in like 2-3 years. Well, not 3 years, but like at least 2 years, so there's that. But yeah, their last song, while not my favorite, was actually pretty decent. And if I remember correctly, their album was also pretty good, so yeah, I'm pretty hopeful about this song. So without further ado, let's get into it and see how I'm gonna feel about it in 3, 2, 1. Are they gonna be going for a ballad? I mean, I should have seen it coming. It's the full BTOB, of course they're gonna go for a ballad. Which is not necessarily a bad thing, but like, they release really good ballads, but they're not the most exciting thing to react to, you know. Okay, I definitely remember this guy. He has very recognizable lips. That's a long ass carol. It's definitely a good ballad, but I still would prefer them to do something along the lines of "I'll Be Your Man" if they want to go more vocal heavy, you know? Or just any other vocal heavy song, just not like this kind of like slow ballad. Because they're good, don't get me wrong, but I don't enjoy them as much. They're just not my thing. Still, like I said, they make the best ballads in K-pop. Man, it's really interesting now that I think about it, how when the group was at Kingdom, both BTOB, Stray Kids, and 80s all weren't at Kingdom with all of their members. And I think the other three groups were, but correct me if I'm wrong. It's really interesting how those three groups were all without their full members. And they still killed it. But it would have been cool to see some of the other members. Okay, so again, if you've been subscribed to my channel, you will know that for these kind of ballady songs, I only stick to one reaction. So I'm not gonna be doing a second reaction to this song. Not because it's bad, because it is a very enjoyable and very good ballad. I'm gonna go as far as even to say that it's like a 10 out of 10. Are you surprised? It's BTOB, of course, it's gonna be a 10 out of 10. But it's just that there's not much that one needs, could possibly miss just by listening to the song once. Like, it's a very straightforward kind of song. Like, it's exactly what it says in the thing. It's a nice, comforting, catchy ballad. And there's just not much I can get from a second reaction other than just me staring at the screen, or maybe focusing more on the music video, but I don't really need to, because even the music video is not particularly complex. It's just like a wintry kind of music video, which is fine. Like I said, it's a very enjoyable song for what it is. There was no parts of it that took me out. Like I think Danielle at this point has actually started to feel very like, again, if you have checked out some of my other reactions to BTOB, you would know that I had a little bit of an issue with Danielle kind of sticking out most of the time with his verses in BTOB's ballads especially. But in this one, he doesn't. He fits in. Again, just like in the last few songs of theirs that I've checked out. So I'm glad about that we're continuing that. And I really liked his new haircut, because I know he has or had some issue with his hair, which is why he has had short hair for a long time. But I like that in this music video, it was a little bit longer. I think it suits him, you know. But yeah, there's not much to say about this song other than this. I wish we got some more of like a proper idol comeback, like what their last song was, because that's just a little bit more exciting, you know. But this is good for people who are really into ballads. This is gonna be good, but for me, it's like I said, I enjoyed it for the reaction, but I'm probably not really gonna listen to it. If they do like something like emotional and vocal heavy, I would much like them to do something along the lines of I'll Be Your Man, which I don't think this was. This feels like a more of like a, I don't want to say generic, because that makes it sound like I mean it in a bad way, but this is like a generic ballad. It's just another ballad, you know. It's nothing really like out there. And I understand why they went for this, because it's the first time they're being all together again for quite a while, so it makes sense that they'll go back to their roots. But yeah, it's still fine. It's just that not necessarily what I would have wanted to see. But I don't doubt that probably this year we're gonna get a proper BTOB comeback with like a more normal K-pop idol track. But yeah, I expect that you guys really enjoyed this song. But anyway, comment your thoughts down below, and maybe we can have a discussion about it. And also, before we end this video, I just want to give a huge shout out to my currently 3 patrons on Patreon: Omar Bridgman, Deadpool, and Shenches. Thank you guys for your support. I really appreciate it. It really means a lot to me that you have decided to support me, you have continued to support me for such a long time. I hope you continue to enjoy my content and continue to support me going forward. Thank you very much.
And now, before we end this video, I just want to talk about something to you guys very quickly, which some of you may or may have not noticed before or know about me, that being the fact that I am trans. And yes, this may come as shocking to some of you because I don't really flaunt it that much on my channel, or at least I feel like I don't. Outside of like my K-pop reactions, which is where I feel like the most comfortable being myself like this. And yeah, I am in fact trans. I'm not necessarily full-on male to female, but I heavily want to transition to being pretty female. I do consider myself more non-binary though, or maybe gender fluid would be the best descriptor as well, because I do have occasional moments where I feel fine being like just a normal guy, but most of the time, like right now, I do feel very dysphoric. And that's why I'm asking you guys for any help that you can give me, because my situation right now, I don't really see any way outside of you guys' help. Because, and this is gonna be kept short and concise, I live with my parents. They're never going to accept me as a trans person. They just never will. And as a matter of fact, back when I started the YouTube channel, I was actually kind of slightly starting my transition back then, with like starting to grow out my hair. I even got to DIY HRT, but because my parents started noticing certain things, like my behavior had changed a lot and my clothes had changed a lot, I kind of had to stop doing that because they were constantly nagging me about cutting my hair and just started to kind of be threatening in a certain way, and felt like they were ashamed of me and everything. And that just kind of stress just tired me out to the point where I just gave up. But as dysphoria goes, it just doesn't go away, you know. I still feel like this, and in fact it's somewhat been intensifying again recently, so I just wanted to share this with you guys. And again, I would really appreciate any amount of support you can give me in regards to this, because I just don't see any way out of this. Because even if I moved out of my parents' house and got myself a job and everything, that's just not gonna work for long-term planning, because once I transition, it's like I probably will not be able to get myself a job, because my country is very transphobic. Nobody gives a shit about LGBT people at all. So there's not even much I can do even in terms of transitioning here. So yeah, I don't know. I just would appreciate any amount of support you can give me, be it monetarily or in any way otherwise. And this is not about boosting my channel or anything, or guilt-tripping you with my sob story. I just wanted to get this off my chest and make my subscribers aware of the situation that I am in, and that I would appreciate anything that you guys can help me out with. It would mean literally everything. Like, for example, a friend that I made after starting this YouTube channel, my good friend Yuri, has been helping me out a lot. And I genuinely might have not been here if it wasn't for him showing up and befriending me. So yeah, this just went a little bit longer than I intended, but I would just really appreciate anything you can support me with. That's kind of ultimately what I'm trying to say.
And yeah, hope you guys enjoyed this video, and if you did, please leave a like and subscribe. Also, check out the link in the description to my Twitter if you don't follow me over there, and to my Wattpad where I post my stories, because in addition to doing all these videos on my channel, I'm also a writer. And if you don't enjoy my stories or simply enjoy my videos, you can head over to my Patreon or to my Ko-fi account, where you can pledge support and help get the channel going, help support me so I can keep writing stories you enjoy. But if you don't want to do it, that's completely fine. You can still help me out in other ways, like liking this video, subscribing to the channel, and especially sharing this video with somebody who you think might enjoy it. And I think this is pretty much it for this video, so hopefully I'm gonna see you in the next one. Bye!